Hi. Um, Thanks for watching again. I want to talk about something. As Africans, our hospitality is known all over the world, and it's good. It's good to be known to be a place where people are welcome and can, feel free like they are at home. But uh, something is going on, something that I believe we have to tread very carefully about as a continent. There's people from diaspora are beginning to return home. That's good. That's good because from an economic point of view, the knowledge that they have acquired from abroad in these developed countries can really help the continent become more competitive in many fields of engagement. But we really, really have to now be careful of who we let in charge of our culture, our way of doing things. A movie is coming out, or maybe it's already out, Wakanda Forever. Very nice movie. I have not watched it, but I remember the first one. People were excited about it. But who really told that story? Who did? It's people were Africans in charge of the storytelling. Who wrote who wrote it? Who directed it? Who marketed it? I'm not against the movie, by the way. What I'm trying to say is every region of the world, every continent of the world knows that Africa is rising. And they would really very much like to be in charge of our storytelling now because they tried to pin us down. Then they figured out, okay, no matter how we pin them down, these people are going to rise. Our numbers are rising. Our economic outlook is rising. Everything about us is just up, up, up. Maybe in terms of democracy, that's a little bit debatable because I'm seeing that the number of coups happening is also rising. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the point where these people are now coming after our own storytelling, our culture, our way of life. Because when they influence this, my friend, when that young African child, be it a boy or a girl, starts telling stories that are told by the westernized Africans or the westernized Africans who do not want to be recognized as Africans. Yeah, they exist. They exist. I know somebody is trying to say that I'm pitting Africans against other Africans, but deep inside, you know that there are Africans who do not, Africans in diaspora who do not want to even be associated with this continent. Add, add the white man and the Asians who do not even want anything to do with Africans. These people exist, and if you are an African who thinks that these people don't exist, then I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Take an example with the Chinese who are pumping us to the debt, making our physical deficits to be very high. Budgets, governments have to borrow to fill in on budgets. My point is, if we let them tell our stories without fighting back, oh, my friends, we will have no Africa. Maybe an Africa with us in it, but it won't be our stories. It will be their stories, even if it is them telling our stories. It still be their stories because if someone tells you a story, my friend, is it really your story?